Ladies, gentlemen, folks beyond the binary, grab your husband, wife, partner, mistress, your mama's wedding dress, your sharpest straight razor. Grab your husband, wife, partner, mistress, your mama's wedding dress, and your sharpest straight razor. God damn it, I added an and. Grab your husband, wife, partner, mistress, your mama's wedding dress, your sharpest straight razor, and gather around the radio. It's time for this week's meeting of the Erotic Thriller Club.
Not rude or crude, he's always tastefully nude. In this hardcore world, he's a softcore dude. His antithesis, mysterious and dangerous. And oh yes, they've got all the sexiest movies out on VHS. So if you're fatally attracted to the racier stuff, Erotic Film Club basically instinctively crave the salacious. Erotic Film Club. If you want a racy movie and you're too classy for smart, Erotic Film Club. We can watch them and discuss them all ad nauseam. Erotic Film Club.
Former 70s pop star Leif Garrett and his bikini-clad sister are wealthy phone sex serial killers. Can a detective with a questionable work ethic and the assistant to the DA make the world safe again for infidelious men who just want to have a good time cheating on their wives without their families finding out or having their throats slit? This week on the Erotic Thriller Club, Party Line. Hey, everybody, welcome to this week's meeting of the Erotic Thriller Club. As always, Garrett Callender and Kit Ryan here.
And this is where we answer the genre's three most important questions. Was I aroused? Was I thrilled? And would I ruin my life for this person? I'm not sure infidelious is a word, Garrett, but I love it. So it is one now, if it wasn't before.
I Googled it and because it felt right to me. And it
felt
said it
right
is
in
a
your soul.
very uncommonly used word from the 1500s.
And commonly used is valid.
It was a word at some point, and I thought, I want to use this.
Bring it back. We're bringing it back.
I loved this movie, Kit. I had so much fun watching this movie.
Are you sure that's not just because you've been super sleep deprived? That maybe it seemed a little bit more exciting than it really was?
There were so many things in this movie that are just like little details that are so insane that it made the whole movie for me.
Oh,
And yes, I
wonderful.
am very sleep deprived. My kid's going through a sleep regression. He had bronchitis and then pneumonia. My wife currently has pneumonia after getting through bronchitis. I'm fucking tired, but I stayed up till 2 a.m. watching Party Line.
Hell
And
yeah.
it was a bright spot on my day.
So for all of the young folks, I feel like we should explain what a party line was, right? Like,
Well, we weren't
so
there for them either.
I mean, no, but so by young folks, I mean anyone under the age of 50, I guess.
45, yeah.
40. So the original concept of a party line was that when phone service was first being rolled out to people, it was kind of expensive, so you could all pool a subscription fee together with your neighbors, and you would all share one phone line. And that's hilarious because it meant people could listen in on each other's phone conversations all the time, and I would have loved to have lived in that particular era. But that was in like the 40s and 50s. By the time we get to the 80s, the party line from that concept is gone. And it has been replaced by everybody having their own phones, of course. But how, Garrett, are you going to meet sexy strangers uh, in your area? Well, the answer is with a 900 number where you pay by the minute to just all be on one big group call and just randomly say sexy shit to people and hope that you will find someone to hook up with. And these things were expensive as fuck. So when we see the babysitter using it at a client's house, I cackled.
Oh
Like,
my.
damn, girl.
Well, I mean, we don't really have I don't know if they ever specified the cost of the party line, but I mean, I remember as a kid seeing, like, the Miss Cleo
Oh,
lines,
yeah, yeah, same
and
basic concept of the 900 lines where it's you pay by the minute.
seeing how expensive those were.
Mhm.
So, you're right. As the babysitter was on there, I was just like, "You can't hide this. This shows up on the
No.
phone bill, and it's going to
Right.
be so fucked up."
And I wonder if some part of her was hoping, since the guy she's babysitting for is a creep, that, like, maybe this would ruin his marriage when, the wife sees the phone bill and that he's been calling, adult singles in your area every night, but I it's pretty obvious based on the phone bill when the calls were made, so you're definitely not gonna be keeping this babysitting job.
It's funny though that because just with the party line, I was trying to think because at one point, I think the closest thing we had to that was just like cyber sex rooms
Yeah, totally.
in
Yeah, that's
the
the
late
closest
90s where you could
equivalent.
pretend to be a different gender or age or whatever. And
You'd be like ASL and you'd just lie. You'd be like, I'm 23, male, and I live in Albuquerque. And also, I'm a vampire.
I think the closest thing now is don't people just use like isn't there that site Omegle where it just
Oh,
randomly puts you with
it's not the
somebody
same
and
though, because that's still two people talking, right? It's not just a whole big group of people all talking at once, and maybe two of them decide that they're having fun and like go off for a private conversation.
yeah, and in that situation with Omegle, it seems like you are not getting anything set. Somebody's either going to show you their dick, try
Yes.
and do a freestyle rap for you, or
Mhm.
show you a magic trick, all of which I don't want.
No, I'm good. Yeah, I don't know if there is a modern day equivalent. Teens write in, I guess, and let us know how you find groups of strangers to talk about sex with.
Yeah, let us know where we can talk to strange teens.
No, I won't go. I just want to know what they're up to.
Kit, you brought up the babysitter in this
I
film,
did.
and they do make it clear way late in the movie, but the age of this babysitter
Hmm. Is
could have
16.
been is 16, but could have been 10 years old for all I knew, because they didn't hire a 40-year-old person to play the babysitter like they do normally.
No,
This
they
was a
did not.
child.
Hmm.
She
Which
is
means they
hugging a
made that
teddy bear
actress yeah, they made that actress say some pretty, sick shit, because she's, like, talking
for the
about
police.
for the poli yeah, that's the really fucked up part.
We'll get to
Um,
that, but
we'll get to that, but yeah, her bedroom is identical to a nine-year-old's bedroom, which could be that she has, real strict parents that don't let her update her room, or it could be that she is just mentally still a 10-year-old, but now with, like, an interest in sex.
it was horrendous for me watching these children because I didn't know the age, and at first I'm like, "Okay, maybe she's, like, 16,"
Maybe
and
she's
then
a
the next
college
time you see
student.
her
Maybe she's a college student, right? You think, no,
with her in her
no,
bedroom hugging 2 teddy bears and in,
no.
like, a child's nightgown, it was
Yeah. They could
it
have
was
done
awful.
it differently. They could have given her a teen girl's bedroom, but they did not.
I don't know if
That's a
they didn't
choice.
they maybe didn't have the budget, but this
Maybe.
movie, hot open.
Oh,
Hot
yeah.
open. This movie had me hook, line, and sinker within 5 minutes because it
Because it
just
starts
opens with banging.
with oh, absolutely. Okay, so it opens with a bunch of people talking on a party line, and you see a little newspaper clipping that is clearly from the back pages of some local newspaper, where it promises the classiest adult party lines. And then we just straight to some fucking, right?
Yeah, we had their breasts on screen while it's still giving you the names of the set dresser. Like we're
Mhm. Which
yeah, we're getting
gives you a false impression that you're gonna see a lot more boobs in this movie than you really are, I feel like. I feel like that was a
and
check that was writing a check the movie did not cash.
it's true, but what it lacked in boobs, it made up for in interesting looking extras.
So true. Oh, absolutely. I found myself though while watching this opening boob scene, wondering where you buy mattresses for your round sex bed. Garrett, where do you get those?
Well, I obviously a specialty store, but I think that back then maybe a little more. I
That
don't know.
seems hard to
Maybe it was
do.
like a waterbed, you just where you even find those today. I think maybe they were
I have
just
no
more
idea.
accessible back then. Maybe it was coming from the
Mm,
70s. Like I feel like,
mm.
you know, in James Bond, I feel like I saw a lot more circular beds in the 70s Bonds, the 60s, 70s than
It's almost like people figured out that's not like a comfortable way to sleep if your legs end up dangling off the end of your bed.
I like to nap with my legs dangling.
You know,
Yeah, I like to have a little leg dangle for the nap.
well,
And I
I've learned
do
something new about you.
and I do suggest to my wife all the time, like, "Hey, how would you like to we just lay the opposite way in bed this time? We sleep instead of vertical, go horizontal." And, she
It
always
works.
declines it.
Yeah, I can't. I'm shocked. If you had like one of them, like king size beds, you probably could and still be perfectly
We do.
okay. Well, okay, then I see no problem here.
Me either.
All right. So, would you like to go ahead and describe for our audience what happens to the sex the sexy people?
Yeah, so we see the blonde lady in her boobies, and she's a very attractive lady,
Her
and
hair
the
looks
man sh
tortured. Her hair has been through fucking nom. Like it is not good. It looks bad to touch, right? Like this is not hair you want to run your fingers through. It would feel bad to touch.
she's gonna say "ouch" a lot if I run my fingers through her hair. But the man she is in bed with has the most insane head.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
he is tan from the neck down,
Mhm.
but specifically the head, and the mullet is the least of his worries.
Least of his
His
problems.
his face is powdered as if he had
Mm.
just come from filming Amadeus right before he got into this bed. And I didn't understand why he was so white. And there
Mhm.
had to have been a makeup lady in the back that is just like ultra powdering him. And at one point, he had to have known to himself, this is too much
This is
powder.
too much. Or the wrong color or something. I
Like
don't know.
80s mullet, Dracula ass head.
Yeah,
Like just
yeah.
as Dracula.
And then, another man walks in on the sex scene, and it
70s
is.
pop star Leaf Garrett, my namesake.
I did not know that this was a famous person, Garrett. I thought this was just a guy. Please tell me more about this 70s pop star. What did he
He was a
do?
70s pop star. I remember I feel like I should have done a little more research. I just remember him on a lot of the VH1 shows, and I feel like he was one of those guys that maybe had drug problems in the past, and he was a 70s guy, though, and I remember always joking with my mom asking, "Did you name me after Leaf Garrett?"
Did she confirm or deny this?
She denies it, but
Mm.
and she doesn't listen to any music, so that would check out, but I'd like to think that, maybe I'm named after this sex man.
Yeah, so it looks like he was a teen idol in the 1970s who later
Yeah.
received much publicity for his drug abuse and legal troubles. And you know what? If
Oh,
you look at what he looked like a decade earlier than this movie, 1978, he's a handsome devil.
yeah, I mean, he was a star. He was a big deal. He was a famous person.
I found myself wondering like if you could cast anyone why would you cast this guy who, with his receding hairline and sort of meh looks, and apparently he used to be a lot
Yeah, other than the fact
better.
that goddamn Shaft is in the movie, he's the most famous
Yeah.
person in this movie.
I was so delighted when I saw Richard Roundtree's name pop up on the opening credits. Man, oh man. SIU alum, just like us.
Didn't know
So
that.
yeah, yeah, Shaft is one of ours.
Love that.
Always glad to see
Great
him.
news. Talking about Shaft.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah. So he comes in and claims to be the blonde's husband. And the guy is immediately like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
maybe you should apologize to your children and wife. They really
Yeah.
don't like infidelity. These
No.
2 this is the only erotic thriller we've watched where the killers get to be Batman rather
Mm.
than the heroes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, they're only killing people who are not
Well, they
faithful to their
start
wife.
out only
Well,
killing people who are doing infidelity, but once you get a taste of the murder, sometimes you can't stop yourself anymore. It's like you're eating Cheetos, and next thing you know, you finish the whole bag.
those other throat slit we call loose ends, and you gotta cut them up.
Oh,
You can't have loose ends.
sure.
If they hadn't
Sure. The
stuck
guy
their
who's
nose.
dancing with your sister, the guy who's dancing with your sister is a loose end. No,
Yeah,
you just didn't like that he was fucking your sister because you want to fuck your sister.
Kit, I did click on Herc, Lee Nickel, his IMDb,
Uh
because
huh.
I was curious, and the first movie listed in his credits
Is Party Line?
is the movie that made you and I friends.
No.
Wait, no, Bangkok Dangerous made us friends. Or
Yeah.
wait, not Next. We watched Next
We
next.
did watch Next. He was in Next?
So he wasn't in Next. I'll
Oh.
tell you, his first 4 credits: Next, Con Air, Wind Talkers, The Weatherman, all Nick Cage movies. So you scroll down
Interesting.
and you find out he was Nicolas Cage's personal trainer, apparently
Really?
1997 through 2007. So that guy had a really
Herc?
thick career with Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
This was the
that's
last
nice.
movie he was in. But
Oh. 'Cause he got his throat slit on set?
poor
He
Herc.
looked so realistic.
Herc would have cheated on his wife. I'm gonna go ahead and give Leif Garrett the benefit of the doubt
No,
on
do
that.
not. He was single.
No,
They said so explicitly.
I said would have.
Oh,
Yeah,
eventually. Maybe. Maybe he just
I
never
do
would have
like
gotten married, Garrett. Maybe he would never have tied himself down like that.
the while they're in bed with Dracula
Mhm.
and we find out they're brother and sister.
Yeah.
And I didn't really understand their dynamic as husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, even less brother and sister. It
Yeah.
felt incestuous, but never gets there.
I mean, they do kiss at the end. They make out a little bit.
During the choking
Yeah, but right
before
before
the
that he chokes her. Yeah.
so it is that's funny because as I was watching this, I was like, "Oh man, we're releasing this right around 4th of July. We should have done first the world, then the fireworks or whatever, but we'd already done it."
Oh. Yeah.
And then this, and I was like, "Well, we did a different incest movie this time around."
Yeah. Just like everyone asks for as we celebrate our nation's 250th birthday. Um we got brother fucking.
Actually, I'm surprised Leif Garrett didn't perform at the nation's state fair.
He honestly seems like they could have gotten him unless he's dead. I did not actually check.
Oh, I didn't check.
Hold on.
He's
He
alive.
is alive.
He is alive.
He is
Fidelity,
alive.
man!
All right. So, point is, Leaf bashes in strange faced man's head with a gigantic 80s cordless phone, which is both symbolic and nostalgic. Mm-mm-mm.
I was so on board at this moment because it's been so weird so far. We got Dracula head, we've had boobs, we've had phone sex, and then I thought, where can we go from here? Them speeding down the road in a convertible and just
Mhm.
shove that dead body on the sidewalk somewhere with a hobo, speed
Yep.
off, go to a nightclub, and dance the night away
Mhm.
to shitty '80s music that is so shitty and sounds like maybe a song you've heard before, which we've covered this type of music a lot on these
Mhm.
podcasts.
They didn't wanna
It's
license a song, so I get the feeling they had someone write a sound alike that they could then use for the club scenes, because there was one of the songs where it was like the lyrics were about a party line. So I was like, "Oh, okay. You needed some generic '80s songs, and so you got this band to do it." And then the band you used in the film is the most obviously not playing their instruments or singing band I've ever seen committed to film. It was glorious.
it's just so funny that there used to be a job that is all AI does now, is make shit that
No.
sounds like this. And I think the punishment
Oh.
for using AI in any capacity should be this is the only kind of music you're allowed to listen to forever. This is you're like, "Have you heard this song?" I don't know if I've ever heard Prince, but I've heard songs that were made in the key of Prince.
Songs in the key of Prince. Yeah, and by the way, this snazzy red convertible, has those rad pop-up headlights that they had back then. I found the whole thing very delightful. Um,
Just
yeah.
something more that transported us to 1988.
Mhm, mhm. So we have some parallel sort of stories going on here. We have the brother and sister serial killers. We have the DA, or the assistant to the district attorney, which I guess would be an ADA, which now that I'm thinking about it, that's like the job that Sam Watterson has in Law and Order, right? Like he's the
Okay.
guy in Law and Order is the ADA. So that's a pretty big and important job.
Well, that's why I kind of every time she said her job, I kept getting, like, a Dwight Schrute assistant to the regional manager vibe of how she was treated by the DA.
Yeah, I mean, and clearly her boss, the district attorney, is sexually harassing her
Oh,
and
yeah.
treating her like absolute garbage.
Like, snuck into
Um,
her house.
yeah, and then
Were they kinda dating? Not really?
no, I get the feeling they were never dating. She was just letting, because he got let in by the landlord who recognized him as a public figure. Like she didn't give him
Mm.
a key to her house. I get the feeling he's just a sex pest.
Well, and Shaft doesn't like him in this movie. He's like, "Oh, here comes the fucking DA.
Yeah,
This
none
guy
of the
sucks."
cops like him because the other characters we're following, we got the cops. Richard Roundtree Shaft is the police captain, and then we have I don't know, one of the worst cops I think we've had, and we have so many bad cops on this one. It reminded me a lot of the Big Easy, right? Where it was like, I'm a cop, and my favorite thing is police brutality.
Kid, this policeman, once we introduced him, he's one of the funniest characters we've ever had in any of these movies. He's so fucking funny. When they introduce like, "Oh, I've heard of you. You have 12 counts of police brutality," and they just go down his
Mhm.
rap sheet as a cop, and he goes, "And I'm proud of every one of
Proud of
them."
every one of them because every one of them was guilty. And it's like, this is the ADA telling you that they had to throw out those arrests and let those criminals go free because of you. And yet you're here saying you're proud of all the times you violated someone's Fourth Amendment rights and searched their car and found the gun. And then that guy didn't have to go to jail. You're proud of this because he was guilty.
So I don't wanna give away the one with the babysitter, but I wanna do 2 of my favorite things that this cop did with his firearm, because he's very much
Mm,
dressed like, Riggs from Lethal Weapon. He's a
yes.
except he doesn't even have the badge hanging around his neck. He
No, he
just
doesn't
doesn't
need the
have
badge.
one, but he has a gun. And
Mhm.
when the DA is trying to get the assistant to the DA is trying to get the attention of a large group of people talking, he just pulls his gun out and fires it in the air.
It's hilariously unnecessary too because the group of people is not talking very loud. They're just not listening. And I swear to God, whoever mixed the sound on this made him look even worse because they kept the like background chatter of the extras to be the group of people at the exact same level after he shoots the gun as before he shoots the gun. So when he's like, "See, I got their attention for you," it does not feel like he did.
No, he thinks he's awesome. And
Yeah,
his confidence in turn actually makes him awesome. There's other moments in it. He's very much the kind of cop that likes to pull his gun and say, "Police, I need your car,"
yeah.
and
Oh, he
take
does
it.
it multiple times. I think he
But
might do it just for fun.
my favorite thing he does in the whole movie is he
Uh-huh.
bursts into the nightclub and shouts, "Police, I need to use your phone," and takes it. The manager comes and says, "Hey, you can't do that." And he says, "I'm the police." He goes, "Where's your badge?" He pulls his gun out and puts it in the face of the manager and
Yep.
said, "Here's my badge." Continues to talk on the phone while holding a gun to the manager's head.
The manager, who, by the way, says that's a badge, which I found hilarious. This is a guy who's so excited about police brutality that he uses it against a valet for not remembering the license plate of the killers who are getting away. And
He's
then finally the
so
valet, like while he's being like roughed up and dangled over like the edge above the street is like, "We write them down. Go look."
he's such an asshole. And I love this character dearly. His girlfriend gets killed, and he is
Yes.
already flirting
Oh yeah.
with another woman, I would say, less than 2 hours later.
I
He
got the feeling that wasn't
distraught.
really his girlfriend. I got the feeling that that was a situationship, as we would call it today, because he was also flirting with the lady who is like the dispatch lady, I think. Because they were talking about going to see a basketball game together, and they were very flirty when they were playing trash can basketball together. So I got the feeling he gets around.
Leather jacket cop be fucking. I
Leather
mean,
jacket cop be fucking.
he was he not supposed to fuck every woman he works with? How is he not supposed
Mm,
to? Every lady that works at this police station is hot.
this is true. This is
The
true.
assistant to the DA, lady biker cop, with the way she whooshes her hair out of her helmet every time she takes
Mhm.
off. Can we go back for
Mhm.
just a sec? Sorry, I see in my notes. It seems like Richard Roundtree also hates his staff, but his staff is
Mhm.
this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, while he's talking to him, I couldn't pay attention to anything they were saying, talking about trash can basketball, because there was an Asian guy in the background with a crazy mullet and a wife beater
Yep.
at a desk typing in
He's
the
an
police
undercover he's an undercover cop, Garrett.
Is that what it was?
I think how would I know? That was just my guess.
He was such a crazy looking extra who doesn't have a line and is just sitting there, and I'm just like, "What? You can't show up to work like this."
The only way they make these cops the good guys is by having the DA be such a scumbag and a sex pest that you have to root for the police brutality people when they are going up against the sex pest DA. And that is sad.
This movie's the definition of ACAB. All of them.
I mean, I would go one further though, because it's not just ACAB, it's AMAB. All men are bastards. There's not a single one in this movie that is in any way redeemable. Every man is a monster.
What about
Name one
her?
who's not.
What about that guy who's sitting at the bar that looks like he's cosplaying as one of the goddamn Lost Boys from the vampire movie? Like, I thought he was gonna be some sort of villain. It's just a guy sitting there with
Mr.
the craziest teased out hair,
Mhm.
looking like a goddamn Lost Boy. You know what? He was up to something bad, probably.
Probably. Think it through, Garrett. They're all
Like,
bastards.
what other than like Shaft, who all he does is hate all the cops, even though he
And the
himself
DA.
is
He
the chief
I
of
I
police.
related to him a lot because he clearly hates his staff, but he also hates the DA. Like he hates everyone as much as I hate them.
He is that almost he doesn't quite get there, but I feel like it was more like late 80s, early 90s action movies where there's an angry black chief of police
You gotta
who's like
have one
yelling
so
at the
that he can
cops.
tell you to turn in your badge and gun, which is literally what happens in this movie. Is our boy has to turn in his badge and gun later.
Joke's
Oh
on
wait,
you,
just
I don't
kidding.
even have a badge. I lost it years
Jokes
ago.
on you. He doesn't turn in his gun. He keeps the gun. He just turns in the badge.
That gun is a multi-purpose tool for him.
Mhm, mhm.
It gets you anything you need at any
Mhm.
time. Free
Gets you what
cars,
cars. Yep.
phone call,
Mhm.
probably dates here and there.
Crowd control. Yep.
Crowd control.
Whatever you need.
It's a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. Um, so should I talk about our other thread, which is the teen girls and the babysitter guy?
Yes.
So the other storyline that we're following is we have two teen girls who are babysitting, kids asleep, and they have I could not figure this out. They are sitting there with binders open while they are on the party line talking to strangers. And when the parents come home, they are scrambling to close and put away their binders. Meaning that wasn't like their homework that they still had out. You'd want the parents to come home and see you two doing homework. So, do they have giant binders full of like information they're keeping on people on the party line? Is it a bunch of list of like uh uh what like pickup lines that she can use cuz she does seem to have a lot of them. Like what is in those binders, Garrett?
She's honestly, I think you're right. I think she has a list of things that she has written down that she can use later.
Mhm.
Because it's so hard for me to not just say now that eventually she has to help the police
Mhm.
by being a phone sex child.
Mhm.
And one of the things she shouts at a person is, "You sound like a eunuch." What child? Whose child is this?
Someone come get this child.
Eunuch? She's
Eunuch.
like 10.
She's
I
not. She's 16.
oh my god. It's the childlike nature of this actor
Mhm.
made it even more confusing when the dad of the children she's babysitting wants to fuck her.
Yeah. Yeah. She does slap him though, and it doesn't seem like he's not gonna hire her again.
Oh, that made him very Randy.
I think it did, which is unfortunate. And it's really funny when she's like, Mr. So and so, I would like to get out of the car. And he's like, call me Jack. And she's like, Jack, I would like to get out of the car.
God, he is such a disgusting. They
And he
get such
looks like,
yucky men.
yeah, and he looks like a Timu Paul Giamatti. That is what you should be picturing in your head. Is the discount Paul Giamatti?
I'll give you who it is for any
Mm,
listener, a movie they've seen that he is in.
okay.
He is in the opening of Mrs. Doubtfire when Robin Williams quits the cartoon because he's like pretending that the cartoon character's dying while he's smoking cigarettes. And he's
Hmm.
like, piss off, Lou.
Oh yeah.
He's Lou on the other end of the goddamn
No!
sound booth.
What a pull. That's
Well,
amazing.
yeah. Yeah. He's yucky, and then later we see you're right, though, like, he is a Timu Paul Giamatti, but then later we have a Timu this is crazy to even say Timu version of Gutenberg, but
Mm,
there's
because
so many
but you're
weird little
right.
guys in this movie that it almost felt like when we watched the Anna Nicole Smith one that was written, directed, and starring John Travolta's brother or whatever. That was that one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I remember that one. So what do we talk about next?
It's just a series of them picking up men from this party line, getting them back to the house, and the killing is
By
so
them, you
straight to the
mean
point.
the
The
siblings,
siblings.
not the teenagers. The
Yeah,
teenagers are just having fun, talking sexy, and thinking about what if I actually met one of them. Whoa.
but they're getting the hots for Leif Garrett on the party line.
Mhm.
So we're seeing, like, they kill Steve Gutenberg. She talks to a guy, they set a meetup point, they come back to the house, straight razor right across the throat.
Yep.
That's the end. Like, it is such a for a violent movie, the kills are just very straight to the point. They are not
Very
excessive.
straightforward, not excessive, and I mean, the weird thing is it's a lot of throats being slit, but they did not shell out for the spurting effect of a throat slit. It's pure, like, just red line across the neck. Mm,
It does open up a little
it
bit. I mean,
opens
it's
up a
not like
little bit, but it's not, like if you cut someone's jugular, there should be some spray.
it's just funny too that we have a movie where we already know who the killers are.
Yes,
We basically know why they're doing it.
absolutely.
We're also trying to watch people solve this crime,
Yes.
and we already know.
And we are also watching people become potential victims of this crime because clearly that's what you're supposed to be worried about is that the teen girls are going to get murdered.
It is genuinely a pretty good twist that the teen girls go to meet up with the dude. Someone else from the sex line is there and basically intercepts Leif
Yeah.
Garrett so that the teen girls now have seen the killer
Yes, but
and
are
are
not
helping the
themselves
police.
being murdered. Yes, exactly.
I kinda
Um
liked that. It wasn't, like, fully expected to go in that route for
yes.
me. Like, it was kind of a s
And then an adult woman gets to get murdered instead of a 16-year-old who likes sex lines.
an adult woman and the man of the children they were babysitting that is going there
Yeah.
to try and meet up to fuck these children.
Yeah. That was also a fun twist. So, when Discount Giamatti sees the phone bill and is like, "What the fuck?" and he realizes that this number on the bill has been called while he and his wife were out of town, or out of the house. He goes and calls the number to see what it is. And when it turns out it's a sex line, he's like, "Oh ho ho! Well, isn't this fun?" And starts doing it on his own, listening, trying to find the babysitter on the sex line. And when he hears her make a date with Leaf, he shows up to try to intercept the babysitter. And I don't know what, convince. Is he gonna blackmail her into having sex with him? Is he gonna like what do you think his end game goal here is?
Well, he comes in, he's got his shirt unbuttoned, he's got a little chest hair coming out, he's got
Mhm.
the V going, he's got a cute little gold chain. It's not too big, not too small, right size to look respectable and cool. I
Mhm.
think he thinks he's just gonna, like, woo her eventually. She's playing hard. He he just needs to figure out what this child is into that he
Yeah,
can bring up
if I
conversation.
listen to her talk sexy on the party line, I'll know what she's into, and then I can definitely become that, and we'll live happily ever after. But let's leave this storyline for a little bit and go back to our cops. So our police brutality fan is a vice cop, and he is chasing down a drug dealer that just happens to be at the same bar where our serial
Okay.
killer siblings are celebrating their latest murder. They're so happy. They're so pleased. They had to go brother sister clubbing, and it's at the same time that
This is where
oh
they
wait,
killed Nicolas
no.
Cage's trainer, right?
They're at the same fucking club so many times. This time they are there because they're meeting another guy who wants to be with a redhead. So she is wearing a red wig and is going to find their next victim, right? And while they're there, cop is there to chase down a drug dealer. So he breaks into the bathroom door to stop this drug deal from going down. And it is a really wild scene.
It's insane. And I don't think I understood why any of this was happening. And it really shows his excessive force and police brutality in action.
Oh, God, yes.
Stuff this man's head in piss. And the man is obviously very horrified because one minute he's snorting cocaine, the next he's got his full goddamn face in a urinal. It's like,
Yes.
in my mind, to fight back when a man is making you drink piss.
Yeah. But that's resisting arrest, Garrett, if you don't let a cop shove your head in a urinal. So you deserve everything that's coming to you.
From the
And
rest of this conversation, he will hereby be referred to as Piss Man.
and so the really funny thing is because he for some reason went out to chase down this drug dealer alone, he has to handcuff the drug dealer to the urinal so that he can then try to beat the shit out of the other guy and catch him too, the one who was buying the drugs. And then the drug dealer gets away by like pulling the pipe out and then skedaddling. So
Covered
it
in
doesn't
piss,
seem like
riding
you're
a
a pretty
motorcycle.
yeah, it doesn't seem like you're a good cop. And the best part happens, which is seriously, I loved this scene so much. I have seen cops jump into cars so many times and say, "Police, I need to use this car." Never before and never since, I don't believe, will I ever see that he jumps in. "Police, I need to use the car." Shit. The man in the driver's seat is dead.
Yeah, it's
Big
the Timu
slit throat
Gutenberg.
is dead. And so now he realizes that he has to stop chasing the drug dealer and call the police to come in and deal with the dead body.
It was just such an unbelievable series of a few minutes. It was a
Yes.
hilarious fight. Somebody's covered in piss. Piss, piss man's running as fast as he can to get away from this insane man. That he steals a motorcycle.
Yep.
Like there is a man going down I-5 covered in piss on a stolen motorcycle. He doesn't even know that was a cop. Because I don't know if the guy announced himself as a
I don't
cop.
think he
He doesn't
did.
have a badge. He just bursts in and starts beating their asses. And then to
No,
see
one of
the
them does say this is police brutality. And I think it's only because he has seen this drug dealer before, arrested him before, and he's gotten out on bail. And so, love that he's out on bail and doing another drug deal. Classic.
or is it just because he's seen this cop on the news before? Like he's like,
Could
oh,
be
that's
for
fucking
all of his
police
police
brutality
brutality.
guy. He's famous around town. What city are we in?
I think it's supposed to be Hollywood because they mention
Okay.
some Hollywood. Yeah, I think it's LA because they mention a few places that seemed LA related. Um,
Just
so
piss man to slit throat is just such
so
a wild
good.
few minutes of this movie.
So and then he it gets assigned because Richard Roundtree shows up and he's like, "So you lost the drug dealer again, and you found a dead body instead, and I'm going to assign you to this case because I guess I'm short on cops at the moment. I don't know, and I'm also assigning you to work with lady assistant to the DA for some reason."
He
You
seems like
guys are
the worst
partners.
guy to put on an important case.
He's also the worst guy to put with someone who works at the DA's office because you know he's going to do a bunch of illegal shit. He can't do it legally. He is incapable.
He's the kind of guy that's gonna not read Leif Garrett his Miranda rights, beat the shit out of him, and now he walks free with 12
Five
murders
murders.
under his
Yeah.
belt.
So yeah, of course they're partners now, and he's like catching up the lady DA on this, and he's like,
Right, bang
there's
bang.
five yeah, they and this is the wildest part is that while they are interviewing all of the people who are at the club to see if they saw anything, our killer announces that he saw a woman with red hair because she was wearing a red wig at the time leave like with the guy and leave in his car. He gives the description of his own very recognizable car, a red convertible BMW.
He's not well, Kit.
He's not.
He's not well. He's got problems, and that's an inexplicable like, I can't begin to explain. Even his sister's like, "What
What
the
the fuck?
fuck?"
Why would you do that? Because now he has to give one of the street cops his ID.
Do you
Because
think
they
it's
might need to
because the
follow up with him. So now they have a description of your car and your name and address.
do you think Lady DA looked a little bit like his mom or something?
What you think
Because,
that's why
like,
he did it is because he thought mommy's asking me a question and I need to
well
answer mommy's question.
well, at the end, isn't he, like, referring to her as his mom's name?
I didn't know if I thought he was calling her by his sister's name.
Okay. Well, I'll
He's
go ahead and
got
tell you, I don't know
problems.
if I fully understood everything that happens in this movie. I just
No.
know I liked it. That's the exact same way I feel about Tenet.
You're wrong. Tenet is terrible and you should feel bad about liking it.
Rob
Um
Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicki. This has Leif Garrett and Richard Roundtree.
what else
What
does
am I not
anyone need?
Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently they're like there's this these serial killer has killed 5 guys with a straight razor, and we can't find anything they have in common. And I was like, has anyone checked their phone records? No, because this police department does not do police investigations. What they do is beat people up and get them to confess. And so it takes lady assistant to the DA to be like, I guess we're gonna pull their phone records.
And then
And
even then, her secretary takes forever to bring them. They've just been sitting around.
not an efficient system at all. Um, that's because there's so much bureaucratic red tape. They should just let cops beat people up until they confess. It solves all your problems.
So what's going on with our killer wearing the wedding dress? Like, he just really misses mommy?
He does. So right. So before we get to that part, our serial killers hang out at the club a little bit longer. Now that sister has removed the wig and can, party
Cut
in peace,
loose.
cut loose, have a good time. Except this is where your buddy Herc comes in and is flirting and dancing with the sister, and that makes brother mad. And he says when he's like, "What's your name?" and he's like, "Herc." It's like, surely you jest, Herc. Is my name funny to you? Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
duh.
kind of. And when this dude goes off to the bathroom, Leaf just straight up kills him for no reason. Everyone else they've killed, the only thing they have in common is that they are all married men. So presumably they were all on this party line cheating on their wives, and that is why we are murdering them. But we killed this guy just for dancing.
Do you, do you think That if Yelp had existed back then, there would have been at least one review that was like crazy. I went to the bathroom once, a man covered in piss ran out and stole a motorcycle. The next time I went in, a guy had his throat slit in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that's the best the other best part of this movie that I loved, second to the police I need your car shit, is when he gets a call on the radio saying there's been a murder at this club, and he says, "Yeah, we're on it." And the dispatch lady says, "No, sweetie, it's another one because there has been a second body found."
It's busy night at Fantasia or whatever it was called.
Right. And the wild thing is that like they then should have realized, "Oh, the killer never actually left." Right? So all those people we got IDs from, we should like check up on them. And it would have been so fucking easy to just check this dude's ID, which you have, and cross references it with what car he owns and find that he owns the exact model of car that you were looking for. If anyone had bothered to do any policing at all, never would any, like, at least 5 lives would have been saved.
We've got 2 cops that work there, and they have to drive around and beat people up and stick their head in piss. The only other person we have to do the paperwork is Asian mullet guy and wife beater who
Mhm.
may or may not even work there. He may have been arrested and was just sitting there
Do,
file
do,
doing
do.
paperwork to, like, I don't know, get time off his
His
sentence.
sentence, yeah, it's a work release type deal. Um, So yes, then we see our serial killer couple back couple brother and sister slash couple back at home, and we find out that mommy was a drunk actress, and daddy was a rich producer who mysteriously drowned, and presumably was, I think it is made explicit that like he cheated on their mom, and that is
Oh,
why
yeah.
she was then a drunk and a piece of shit mom. And so you know,
We don't like cheaters.
we don't like cheaters.
They never
Um
prosper. They get covered in piss and slit.
and baby boy likes to wear mama's wedding dress just for funsies. But sister has then heard on the news, duh idiot, that you killed the guy she was dancing with at the bar.
Loved that.
I don't know how he didn't think about the fact that, like, maybe it'll make the news that 2 people were murdered at this one club, like, minutes apart from each other with the same weapon.
All he had to do was get her to not watch the news that night and miss the next day's paper, and she would have never found out.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
that's
saying.
yeah. It's not like she could have had a Google alert for straight razor murders.
Unless
You're
they were
absolutely
talking about
right.
it on the party line.
Yeah, but he was too busy wearing mommy's wedding dress to keep her from watching the nightly news. So, she
What's
slaps
going
him around. This man gets slapped so many times by
Yeah.
his sister. Just so many.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But then
She
she's like,
slaps him
"Come to mommy," and she like holds him in her lap and strokes his back because,
and then
they
goes
got a
outside
weird
and
relationship.
oils her nipples while he watches through the curtains.
Yeah, she loves I assume this is a thing that everyone does in LA, your bikini workout where you go work out in your bikini and then you put some sunscreen on your nipples and lay out for a while and then you work out some more. That's like a
I
thing,
kinda
right?
like the sunscreen on the nipples part.
Yeah, it seems like the one part you wouldn't need to put sunscreen on because you're
They're covered.
wearing a bikini. I mean, I know you got to get around the like the edges of your suit cuz it's going to move, but like your nipples seem like they're going to be fine.
Of all of the plot holes, the sunscreen of the nipples
Yeah,
was the least of this movie's problems. If anything, it was a
truly.
welcome moment to just let us enjoy something again before the next weird thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, she clearly likes having her brother see her do sexy stuff. That is her thing. Um
We don't know why.
yeah.
Not
So
explained.
it's now news that this cop is who has a record of being police brutality man is on this serial killer case. And the DA is being like hounded by reporters asking why is he on the case? And he's like it's this is a great thing to do cuz he's got to back the police captain's decision. It's a great idea.
Back the
He's going
blue.
to be good. And the DA clearly baits him into taking a swing at him in front of all of the reporters by being like, maybe if he hadn't been such a shitty cop, though, who doesn't follow procedure, that one child would still be alive today. And he takes a swing at the DA. And, that's one way to get this guy off the force.
We
Uh,
find out what he did to the child was beat the shit out of him in the bathroom and stuff his head in piss because he thought it was a drug dealer.
he thought he was a
and
drug dealer.
and in
He
this
thought the
movie,
baby
children look
powder.
like adults.
He thought the baby powder was cocaine, Garrett. How was he supposed to know?
He's beating the shit out of a 5-year-old in a leather jacket in a Burger King bathroom.
So, despite the fact that this man has shown no skills at being a police officer whatsoever, our assistant to the district attorney begs him to help out on the case anyway. Desperate, girl. You're not looking. It looks desperate. It reeks of
She is
desperation.
desperate. And this guy now has nothing going on.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like he's
He
got
just
anything
has a
better
lot
to
of
do.
free time, other than sitting in front of his fireplace at his bachelor pad covered in Dirty Harry posters.
Yeah. His bachelor pad was really something, huh? Like with his police diploma sitting on the fireplace mantle of the one of those big round fireplaces that I feel and the wood paneling on the walls. Ooh la la.
He really did display all of his awards.
Yo, he was
But
very proud of them.
and he smacked him a little, though. He
Mhm.
smacked him. He was mad at him.
Yep,
Blue
yep.
ribbons, I don't even know what there was one that the trophy was just a gun.
It was for best
Badge.
gunsmanship.
Be best best multi-purpose use of a gun.
Yeah, they have to do it's like a Boy Scout like skills training type thing. But you got to like make a fire, you got to do all these things, but he did it all with a gun, so he gets a special badge.
Oh my god, I'm still just thinking about this is my badge. He's like, holy shit. The fact that he never removes the gun from that manager's face while he
Nope.
talks on the phone is insane.
Yep.
I'm surprised it didn't accidentally go off and kill him and him get leave, and that's why he has to not have
What
a badge now.
I'm surprised about is that apparently the LAPD is so understaffed that they don't even assign another cop to this case. A serial killer that has killed, at this point, 7 people is apparently not worth assigning anyone else to the case. So it's just this one lady from the DA's office who's not even an actual cop having to do this by herself. Did they not have anyone on the case before the 6th murder, Garrett?
These murders don't really matter. These men were cheaters. What's the worst thing that
Mm.
happened? That there's some fatherless children out there now?
Yeah, they didn't need that dad, that cheating dad.
They do deserve 2 Christmases that there will not be.
There will not be. Hope stepdad, really steps up.
He ugh, he
All
won't.
right, so our DA lady shows up at the murderer's house to see if she can get any more information on them. Although she also apparently never checked whether they own a fucking red Corvette or whatever it was. Um, but fine, whatever. And clearly, sister is upset because it's like now you got people sniffing around, asking questions, and it's all because you couldn't keep your big fat mouth shut when the nice blonde lady asked you a question. Stupid. Um, So this is around the time that then, because he's so mad, right, because his sister's slapping him around and the DA's been at his house, that he goes and he drives his red car too fast and
Fast,
gets
yeah.
pulled over by the hot lady cop that our cop has been shtipping, and he just kills her.
Slits her
'Cause
throat on the side of the road
slits her
real
through
fast.
yeah. She's like, "Huh,
Unceremonious, just
is that a red wig on your passenger seat, you absolute loser? Is that evidence you have left lying in plain sight? What's that?" And he just slits her throat.
Are we getting close to where these little girls meet up with our
Yes, that is the next scene,
well,
is that baby boy is meeting up with the teen girl, and some other lady, some rando we've never seen before, is also listening in on the party line and fucking scoops this date by showing up wearing red and pretending to be the one that they were talking to.
and this is where we talked about babysitter, dad,
Shows
gold
up as well,
chain.
and he's like, "Well, I can't party with you because that's not what I'm into, but my sister will party with you." And Discount Paul Giamatti is like, "Well, I was actually really hoping. I thought you
Fuck
sounded like
children.
someone. I thought you sounded like my babysitter." Uh, and they're like, "You're sorry, your babysitter? Are you married?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yeah,
And
why don't you meet my sister?"
him not knowing how to talk at the party is very funny, where he's just like,
Holy
"This is all
shit.
making me so horny."
It made me, oh my god, I laughed so hard. Like, these 3 are clearly, like, chatting and innuendos and sexy talk, and he just like, "Champagne makes me horny!"
There's a little discount Paul Giamatti in all of us.
Mhm.
We've all been there and
We've all
just
been there.
can't keep our thoughts in our head and just
No.
blurt them out.
And so, our, Leaf Garrett is being straddled by this woman who takes her top off. We finally get some more titties. It's been a titty drought for a while.
We saw
Um,
some nipples get oiled. There
it's
wasn't.
barely, Garrett, barely. And he gives the limpest, saddest kisses that I have ever seen committed to film. I, please tell me you noticed this.
Yeah, but I also know that this is a man who wears his mommy's dresses because he misses her, probably is fucking his sister, definitely getting slapped around by his sister. He's got a lot going on right now in his life. He knows he fucked up and told the lady DA too
Mhm.
much about himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's hard to care about kissing when
Mhm.
you're gonna get arrested soon
And
by
also, you're wishing that that girl was your sister or maybe your mom. It's hard to tell. Maybe both? I don't know. He seems to have them kind of all conflated into one uber woman in his mind.
doesn't he have, like, an Oedipus complex conversation at some point
Yes, he
later in the
does.
movie?
He later tells the lady ADA that his analyst told him he had an Oedipus complex, which, I mean, yeah, he did kill his dad, so, like, it's unclear whether he also killed his mom or whether mom killed herself because dad was cheating on her. It's very hard to know. Um, but yeah, apparently he was released from psychiatric care to his sister, who is like his guardian, and
Mhm.
they investigated the murder, but you know, they didn't find nothing. Even though this guy's terrible at covering up crimes. So yeah, these people get killed. She's like, "Let's have a little snack first. Cold cuts." And then she pulls the napkin off the plate, and along with actual crackers and cold cuts is the straight razor so he can slit the lady's throat. And then we get to see a kid playing fetch with his dog. finds the dead bodies of this woman and Discount Paul Giamatti stark naked, so
Throat
bloody.
split. Yeah,
That kid is gonna need so much fucking therapy.
they just as
Um,
well hand him that wedding dress.
yep. And so our teen girl sees her babysitter's face on the news
It's
and is like, "I saw the man that killed him. Like I have to go to the DA. I have to go." And she does, and she's gonna help them set up a little honeypot type trap. And well, what are we gonna do? Huh?
there's
What's the
nothing we
only
can do
solution?
besides have this child make phone sex calls and sit around with her all night, have her lie to her parents about where she is, and she's
Yep.
hanging out with two cops, making dirty phone calls and talking to telling guys like, "This isn't him. You sound like a gross eunuch. You sound like a gross whatever she said."
She has to get rid of all the guys that aren't the guy, right?
And if you
So she
call a
has to
phone sex
say,
man a gross eunuch, he
I
just
mean,
wants
he's,
to be on that call even more.
oh yeah, that's a good point. You don't know what he's into. Maybe that was exactly what he was looking for. Um, so yeah, and the DA lady does say, I feel a little weird about having a 16-year-old girl make sexy phone calls so that we can catch a murderer. This feels bad. And she, by the way, has also been taken off this case now because she won't sleep with the DA. And he's like, "You never spend any time with me now that you're on a case, and maybe I should take you off of it." And she's like, uh, but is this because I won't sleep with you? And he's like, "Mm
Mhm.
hmm. Mm hmm.
Well, is she saying like, "I feel weird about my police crimes that I'm doing." He
Mm
just looks at her and says, "Proud of every one of them."
If they're guilty, then you get to shove their face in a urinal."
Fidelio piss man.
So they do set up that they're going to the club. They're going to meet him at the club, and uh baby
Split the
boy
bed.
is telling big sis that, like, I got this settled. We're going to kill the lady that knows about us, that saw me. It's not a big deal. Stop worrying about it. Let's make out. And then she's like, "Okay, let's make out." And then for some reason she's like, "You're just like all the other men." I guess cuz he was kissing her wrong. I don't know what made her decide that she didn't want to be kissing him anymore. But his response to that is to choke her to death. So that's one thing solved.
And there's like a crazy crack sound as he's doing it, right? Like
Oh, it's weird, and
they
she
went
does her best to
overboard
make her
with
eyes look all bugged out as she's, but it's not the best kill in the movie, that's for sure.
yeah. It's not
So
really a
now
good kill. There's just a lot.
he can be completely fucking unhinged for
Poppy gets
this
his
attempt.
chloroform,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
heads
they
on down to the
decide,
club.
because they have no connections to anyone else, it's just the two people who are not supposed to be working this case, who are currently working this case. All they have to be their sexy bait undercover is the lady DA lady or whatever, which is terrible. First of all, the guy knows who the fuck she is, right?
Yeah,
Second
she
of all,
doesn't know that
she
yet.
has been on TV, Garrett. She has been on TV talking about this case. So no matter who the murderer was, they will see her and immediately know.
Glasses off, hair down, cleavage out. She is Superman taking his glasses off. When the cleavage is out, you don't notice that she's
Mm.
Superman.
Yeah,
Or
because she's in
planet.
a sexy red strapless dress instead of a business attire.
Yeah,
She
she's got
totally
80s
different
shoulder pads normally. Like now I'm seeing these shoulders. She's not boxy.
So let's see.
The best thing in the club when they go to try and find this man is that the cop comes in too, which he's too close, but they're
Far
like,
too.
"Hey,
Well, they don't have anyone else.
somebody sent you a martini," and he says, "Who?" And they're just like, "I don't know, that child with way too much makeup at the end of the bar."
Yeah, it turns out the babysitter has shown up at the club because she wanted to catch the guy and to be like, "That's the guy that I saw." Um, and hilariously, no one checked her ID. She's 16. She ordered 2 fucking martinis while here. Uh, and she is wearing a gigantic tweed coat so that she can look her most grown up and be allowed into this club. It's phenomenal. Um
She looked like the Little Rascals stacked on top of each other. Like, she was wearing so much makeup. It was a child that had put on makeup. It's insane that the doorman let her through. Like, there is a crime there already. There's
uh-huh.
that
You're
he
a
just
cop.
looked at
Shouldn't
her
you
was
have
like
done something about this? No. Doesn't do
he
anything
beat
to
the
do with the
shit out of
law.
the doorman later. We just didn't see they couldn't show all of his police
Well, he was
brutality.
busy beating up the valet.
He
He'll get
did
the
great.
doorman too. They see a guy wearing red suspenders, which is what the killer is supposed to be wearing, but it is a ruse. That is not the real guy. The real guy is in the ladies' room
Dressed like
dressed.
Glenn Close.
Yeah, the thing is, he had access to all of his sister's clothes that he could have worn for this ruse. He chose his mother's clothes, so he looks like an old lady with this big white blouse that when he is then stripped down and not wearing the wig anymore, just way too much makeup and this big frilly white blouse, he looks so Phantom of the Opera.
Both Leaf Garrett and this child babysitter don't know how to correctly dress as a grown woman.
It's true. So our guy is like, "You, teen, go home. I'm gonna go chase the bad guy." And I guess she must have, because we don't see her for the rest of the movie.
She's gone. Yeah,
She's
I
gone.
miss her. She should have gotten a nicer send off than that because
I
that she was a
think so.
hilarious character.
I loved her. I loved everything about her. I loved that she. I don't think even. Uh, I think she was a virgin and was like, "This is going to be the way I find a boyfriend is by talking to sexy grown men on the party line," and I find that hilarious.
It was a different time.
It was a different time. So yeah,
The end is so once again very quick ending,
very quick ending. They're like,
lightning speed.
"Okay, we're good. We're at the big confrontation stage. You know, the lady's been uh chloroformed and taken back to his house where he's like got her like handcuffed or tied up or whatever and forcing her to dance with him and talking about how, he's got an Oedipus complex."
But she delivers a fatal nut shot.
Oh, it's so good.
He
Me
squishes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He takes her out onto the balcony and she just knees him straight in the nuts and shoves his ass over the balcony. Meanwhile, our cop is like threatening a valet and finding out that the license plate for this car is tempt me. Great. So he's like holding the manager at gunpoint so that he can use the phone to find the records of who this car belongs to. He's useless. This woman saves herself 100%. He does nothing. He gives her a ride home at the end. That's the most he
It's
really contributes.
It's funny though because obviously, like, she pushes him off the balcony, squishes like Michael Myers, and then disappears. So
Yes.
now our man cop shows up, and the only way that he does get to contribute is it ends in a shootout at a swimming pool
Mhm.
where she shoots him from one direction and he shoots her from another. And I think that in his head, for the rest of his career, he's going to be like, my bullet killed him, though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We both shot, but like my bullet's definitely the one. Without me, she'd have been murdered for
He would
sure.
have lived through the lady bullet. The man bullet is what got him in the swimming pool and filled his
Mm.
lungs with water
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
killed him.
So yeah, the good news is we did this scene at a pool so that he could dramatically fall into the water and have blood splurting everywhere, and also he gets to die in the same place his dad died, I guess. So that's symbolic. And yeah, now he can finally be useful. In that he walks her out and she can have a ride home while the cops show up.
Richard Roundtree says, "Good work, son. Here's your badge," and just hands him a bunch of guns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He definitely does get handed his badge back, which is clearly because they're going to this is going to make the news and they can't have it be that a suspended cop shot this man. A suspended cop and a lady who works for the DA's office who also had been taken off the case did this. No, they're going to lie. They're going to say he was unsuspended at the time, right? You tricked your way back into getting your badge back by shooting a man. Classic.
I had so much fun. I had
It
so
was
much fun.
it was
I
fun.
I have never enjoyed a cop character more than this awful police officer shoving guns in people's faces. Him saying, "I need your car" to a corpse is hilarious. Piss Man was hilarious. It 10 out of 10. This was so fun. This was I could have used more sex,
Mhm.
but no regrets on watching this one. This was
Let's get to the important numbers,
yeah.
Garrett. Were you aroused? Scale of 1 to 5.
I think the sunscreen scene did more for me than it should have for some reason. So they were on to something with that.
Mm,
2.5. 2. 2.
2.
I'll go 2.
Yeah, I'd say 1.5 or 2. There's very little here, and if you like male bodies, you got nothing. So,
No. Nothing, nothing. Yeah, I don't even know if you see a shirtless man. Yeah, maybe see the
you see the
cop is
back.
shirtless drinking his whiskey in front of his fireplace at one
That is
point.
true, you do get to see that, and, I don't know, seeing the lady cop wearing his shirt, that was cute. I always love
Mhm.
seeing a
Mhm.
girl in a guy's dress shirt, that's hot.
Yeah.
Um, but still, I'm not going any higher than that.
No.
Were you thrilled, Garrett?
I don't know how to answer this because the kills are not very thrilling. They just are very matter of fact. It's
True.
happening. The cops' police work, on the other hand,
Mm.
was really where the thrills come because
Are you guys gonna do any? Are you gonna do any cop work, cops? I don't know.
he's truly a loose cannon. He is a wild card ass cop.
And there is always the question of like how many people are going to die before you guys decide to do any actual investigating of this crime. Like I did not foresee the lady cop getting killed. Um that one was totally out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So that one was thrilling. But I mean
I think
she
I
had
still gotta go 2. It sucks that this is gonna be so low rated
yeah.
on all of the things at the end because it is not indicative of my enjoyment of it.
I'll give it a 2.5 for thrills, because you know what? There's something thrilling about seeing him say, "Police, I need your car," to a corpse. There's something
Yeah.
thrilling about the Phantom of the Opera shirt that our lead villain was wearing. I'll give it that. Um, and would you ruin your life for a party line hookup, Garrett? Would you cheat on your wife and son leave your family behind so that you could spend like $1 a minute talking to sexy strangers and then meet one of them?
Can you imagine if you heard in 2026 somebody cheated on their spouse through a phone sex line?
I mean, it must happen, right?
There's different ways now. There's apps, there's
Yeah.
to be physically on your phone
Mm-hmm.
talking to a room of strangers, I think
Mm-hmm.
sounds like most people's nightmare. To be on a
Yeah. No.
conference call with 20 singles,
God, Garrett, that's a good point. Millennials and younger fucking hate the phone. There's no way.
it couldn't exist now. But also Omegles exist and they're like FaceTiming with strangers. That seems bizarre to me too. So I don't know about.
Then again, I don't know. Maybe that's different. Maybe it's different when you're the
Oh,
fear of ordering a pizza is not the same.
do you think that if we bring back the party line,
Hmm.
we could end the male loneliness epidemic?
Do you think they just need to talk to other men in a chat room where they're hoping to talk to sexy ladies?
Yeah, if you hear other men saying incel shit and you're
You
all just
think they're gonna
together.
be no, no, no. If you put them on this party line and there aren't any women on the line, it's gonna turn to incel shit so fast, Garrett.
Well, there are women in there, but it's 10-year-olds pretending to be 30-year-olds.
You really think that's our solution?
As long as it doesn't go beyond this party line, I
As
think
long
we
as nobody meets each other for real?
yeah, because how does that work when they were calling the line? Is it guaranteed everyone's in your area? Because everybody's always like,
Yes.
meet me at this very specific place right at this time.
That's what the ads would be like. They'd be like sexy singles in your area. And it would be for a general like area code type of deal.
Okay. Um, well, I'll Google, see if there's one for here and just hop in, see what it's like, test the
Yeah.
waters,
Yeah,
see if it's
it's worth
awkward.
ruining your life for this.
It just won't be the same without the big cordless phone.
It won't.
Like I got this little magic rectangle,
You can't kill
but like
someone with that. Like when he beats the dude over the head with that old-timey phone, that will kill a man. This ain't killing shit. This could kill a
yeah,
fly.
sucks. I guess
Don't
I'm
think
not
of my
ruining. I
things,
don't know.
though.
Yeah, I'm not ruining my life for
Are
anybody
you
else.
ruining your
Really.
life for either of our serial killers?
Well, not Leaf Garrett. He's fucking weird.
He wears
I
his
don't know.
mom's
I'd get
wedding
slapped
dress.
around by his sister a little bit.
Yeah, but as soon as you reached out to touch her hair, you go, ah.
Ow! It just
Ow.
makes like a. It sounds like candy glass getting broken when you touch her hair.
Oh! No, I imagine it feels like steel wool on your fingers.
Mm. Oh yeah. I don't know if it's that much. I feel like it would be just the sound of when it's snowed, but the snow has frozen on top, and you walk over
Yes,
it, and the
it
crunch.
crunches.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it would be like pulling her hair would be like just getting a good grip of ramen noodles.
I would be worried if you got a fistful of it that it would break off in your hands because she has done such irreparable damage to that hair.
You know what? I'll ruin my life for her for science because I just now I'm like I need to touch that hair. You've changed my mind on the hair entirely. The hair did it for me. The sunscreening.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, she was pretty cool. She should have lived longer
I'm not
and
ruining
still
my
be out
life.
there.
No. No, you can have her. You can have her weird hair and her sunscreen nipples.
She- hey, say what you want about her. Those nippies ain't getting skin cancer.
So true. So important.
Everybody, thank you for listening. We did this episode obviously for America's 250th birthday.
Yes.
We were going to do a live podcast in Washington, D.C. at the state
Mhm.
fair,
Mhm.
but the whole event got canceled with Milli Vanilli and such. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we opted to just do it from home.
That's absolutely what happened. Mhm.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. We love you. Rate, review, subscribe. Erotic Thriller Club at gmail.com.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your many, many friends on the party line.
Tell your enemies. I don't care. Just spread it around. Spread the word. I'm always happy to have people here joining the club. But as always, we love you. Wet your snails. Fidelio Pigman. Fidelio Pissman. We want to shake you naked and eat you alive. Oh, man. Knows the man who said that line.
Oh my god, yes. Yes.